Hey guys, what's up? Recently, I've been playing a lot of Payday 2 with my friend SteakSauce21, and we've been uploading to another shared account. I've had a shared account with one of my other friends, Overkill11. It was called What Not To Do Team for that one, and for this one, it's called Co-op Gaming 421. If you want to go check it out. We don't really take the game too seriously. You know, we do try to succeed. But in all, we're just trying to have fun, you know. But this one's going to be a little bit more serious. We're actually going to talk about a walkthrough for these missions. This is for PS3, just to tell you, and I know that Xbox has yet to get updated, according to one of my friends. There is actually a glitch for it's an invincibility glitch that you can still do on the Xbox. It has unfortunately been patched on the PS3, but you know, Xbox users can use that if you want. It's a very easy glitch to perform, and I would show you, but I do not own an Xbox, so I'm not going to exploit that glitch. I will let the people who have videos uploaded already explain that for you. Anyway, this is for stealth, okay? Contrary to the invincibility glitch, or invisibility as well, they're kind of both. People can't see you and people can't hit you. But anyway, this is actually going to be stealth. In that glitch you have to be, you know, seen, and that kind of ruins a lot of it, such as like missions like Framing Frame, for example. And I will be covering Framing Frame in a later video, but right now we're not going to do that. We're going to start out with kind of like the basics here. Anyway, you can see in my skill tree, I really committed to Mastermind the most. Mastermind is pretty much my, you know, best skill tree. Obviously, you can see I do have some upgrades in each category, but for the most part, all of it is in here. You have 120 skill points in the entire game that you unlock as soon as you know, reach level 100. So I still have another, like, 15 more skill points I can get, I believe, right? I don't know, 15, 16, something like that, I don't know. Anyway, but here's my skill tree. You can see the big ones that are going to be used for stealth. This one, PS3 again, has yet to be updated to the PC version of the game, so Dominator is still actually a decent skill. It's not that good. It used to be, like, back when the game first came out, you could intimidate every cop, and no matter if a camera saw them, or another cop saw them, or a civilian saw them, it didn't matter, because nobody would really care that there was a guy who actually was handcuffed on the floor. No one would, you know, question it. And, you know, that is a pretty stupid thing, and, you know, in a way, I'm kind of angry that they patched it, but it did have to be. It had to be patched. I still don't like the fact that you can only do one at a time. I wish you could do multiple. You used to be able to, like, intimidate everybody but the last cop. The last cop you had to kill. You could never intimidate him. But still, I do like it because until this next patch comes, it actually is a little bit useful, especially on missions that have 5 cops. And that being said, I have this one, which is another great one for stealth. This is probably undisputably one of, if not the best skill you should ever get. You know, this is one of the most important ones, okay? Successfully answer 4 pages instead of 2. If you are trying to be stealthy, most missions that you can be stealthy in have more than 4 cops, okay? So this is really helpful because with 2 pages being answered, you still have about, you know, 2, 3, 4 sometimes cops to deal with on most missions. Some missions you might be able to, you know, just have one guy to worry about, and, you know, that can be pretty tolerable. But yeah, with this you'll only have like 1 person or 2 people at most on some of the most hardest missions in the game, such as Framing Frame. I know that is a big one. A lot of people struggle with that one. and also like, let me think. It's a big stealth mission. Has a lot of enemies. Big Oil could be considered one day too. That's a pretty hard one. I can't really think right now. I'm sure there's others, but those are the big ones that come to mind. And I know a lot of people would really want to actually stealth Frame, or of course Big Oil, because they both pay an insane amount of money. Anyway, so this is probably one of the best skills you can ever buy. That's not really that big of a deal. That's not that big of a deal. That would be if I was playing with people. And you can see I'm playing with a substitute account. I just have that there because obviously you get 120 skill points. So I'm pretty much focusing on the Mastermind and the Technician. I know that doesn't really look like it. Well, actually, no, I'm focusing more on the Ghost. I just have a lot of Technician upgrades for now because I'm waiting for this sub-account to achieve a little bit more money and skill points so it can buy some of these higher up things for a Technician. Meanwhile, I'm just going to focus on Ghosts. I know I don't really get a lot of skill points, so we'll just have to get them as they come. Anyway, nonetheless, for the most part, I don't really have a lot of upgrades in the other trees. And the big ones I really went over. This is another pretty decent one. Increases my my supply of cable ties by 4. Now, it used to be that you had 10 cable ties, which was super beneficial, especially on missions like Bank Heist, because a lot of missions that you can be stealthy in have a lot of civilians. Bank Heists are probably one of the biggest ones, but other ones are like, Ukrainian job, jewelry store, diamond store, 4 stores. What's another one? God dang, I just had it in my head. Well, Firestarter Day 3. I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah. And this is a really, this used to be a really great skill. Now it's just kind of an okay skill. I wish that they didn't reduce it. There are arguments for and against it, and I'm really against it. I just don't understand why. The game's already hard enough as it is. Why? Anyway, and then this is all I have. This isn't really anything, special. It's just something to help you. You don't need it, though, to be stealthy, of course. This also helps a little bit. More than likely, if you're playing with friends, you can have somebody have these things. Like, my friend has the drill makes 65% less noise. He's going for the drill is silent. He needs 2 more skill points. So, we'll get that as we come out. As for now, I'm just going to have this. Once he gets it, I'm going to sell this skill tree, and I'm going to focus on Ghost. And speaking of Ghost, Ghost also has one of the best. This is probably one of the arguable ones for best skill. I said the pager was really important, but it kind of goes hand in hand with this skill. You can now bag and throw corpses. This is probably this is just a great skill all around. However, they do go hand in hand, the pagers and this one, because obviously, in order to answer those pagers, you need to kill the cop. And how are you going to get rid of the body? By bagging and throwing the corpses. They go really hand in hand, and if you're going to have one skill, you should have the other. Obviously, Ghost, you only need to spend like 1, 2, 5, 6, 9 skill points, and then you got it. See, that's just one of the best skills ever, and for this one, you need a little bit more, but it's fine. So definitely get these 2 skills if you are new to the game. If you really want to have a chance to be stealthy, this is what you gotta do. Alright. Anyway, now that we are done explaining the skill tree that I have, inventory, I'm not really going to go over that much. I really just, because I'm going to be stealthy, I'm going with this weapon. It's my lowest detection, like any other weapon, is a lot more of a detection risk. And I also have this. This is a little bit more of a detection risk than I want, but it's my only gun that is actually suppressed. so I really felt like it was necessary to equip it because, you know, it only makes it go up by like 10 compared to this pistol, so it's okay. You know, and then melee I have this because it's faster than punching. Armor, again, trying to be stealthy, so I'm going with the least amount of armor. You know, just keep your concealment very high. You know, just conceal yourself. And yeah, there you go. Equipment, I have a med kit. I know that I probably should be using an ECM jammer or something, but I just do not really like the ECM jammer a lot. I just don't. I like the doctor bag, and I don't want to change. And my mask is just that. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, let's choose a contract. We all know what we're going to do. It's probably in the title. I'm not sure what I'm going to name this yet. We're going to do a bank heist for cash. Very standard mission. And we're going to see if we can complete it stealthily. Now, I know that I didn't choose Pro Job, and it's because I mean, I do make some stupid mistakes, but for the most part, I should be able to go over how to do it stealthy enough. And you'll see how my tactics of using all my skills plays out. But anyway, let me just do something real quick. Since I'm playing with a sub account, I need to press ready for it, so I'm just pressing the triangle button on that controller. So what the sub account skill is, I know I didn't go over it. It's mostly, he has mostly technician upgrades, especially the silent drill, which is definitely by far one of the most valuable for this mission in particular. It's not one of the most valuable of all time, but it definitely is for this mission. Any mission that has a safe, usually it's really beneficial, especially if you're trying to be stealthy. If you're not trying to be stealthy, then it's really not that big of a deal. Anyway, we're going to pick open this door to start out. Usually, this door will either be open or it'll be closed. I don't know if it's more one than not. But as you can see, there's a cop on the move. We're just going to highlight him really quick. We just press R2 to kind of visualize on him. And I'm going to see if he's actually going to... Yes, he is. He's going... Oh, yeah, he's coming in. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to wait for him to approach this corner. Wait a minute. Where's he going? I don't know what he was doing there. He's coming through the wall. We're going to answer the pager here. Remember, we have that skill, so we can answer 4 pages. In a bank heist, 4 cops will spawn. Okay, this is the first. And now we can bag the corpse, because we have that nice skill from the ghost tree. And there's a nice dumpster out here. You don't have to put him in here. You just have to put him somewhere out of sight that no other cop or civilian will see. And we see the manager right now. I'm just going to kind of... I can't highlight civilians, so I'm just going to kind of peek at him. Let's see if he comes this way. I think he will. No, he's not. That's surprising. I thought he might come this way. Okay, that's alright. We'll get him later. We need to get the manager down. I don't know if he really is the manager. I call him the manager because he, from time to time, has the key card, and I don't really know what the heck position he is, but obviously it's something high up because he's dressed up with the key card. And the key card will be important later. Right now, we're just focusing on getting anything as it comes. Like, you know, if a police car comes my way, you can bet I'm going to kill them. But if the manager comes my way, you can bet I'm going to yell at him and get him on the ground. As you can see, he is standing right in the middle of the room, and it looks like another cop just walked into the room and went towards the left side. Always make sure you know where the cops are, because it's very important. Also know where the civilians are. He saw me through the little hole, little crack in the door. So just always know where everybody is, everything is. Also cameras, but you know, don't go looking for them yet, because you might accidentally peek out too long and get caught, so you don't want that to happen. Right now we have 1 cop down, and like I said, there are 3 cops in total who patrol, and then there's one security guard. Okay, the security guard, I'll go over what his role is later and what happens when you get rid of him, but for now, there's 3 cops on the move and 1 manager on the move as well. It looks like he's going to come up here, so what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of wait, and we're going to get him just before he gets outside.
Get down!
The reason why I do this, he does not have the key card, but the reason why I do this is because I don't want him really here, because if he's here, one of his body parts might be sticking out, like his leg or his head, depending on how he was tied, and a guard who's walking through the store might see it and then call the reinforcements in. So that's when things get ugly. It's not stealth anymore when you're caught. So you always want to make sure that you think logically. You know, you got to keep everything out of everybody's sight. You know, that's why getting the bagging corpses ability is such a valuable asset to completing these missions on stealthy, because you can just dispose of the body so that way nobody can see it. It's pretty nice. We're just going to keep an eye on him. As you can see, I'm marking the cops. You don't necessarily have to do that. It's just a really nice way because you can see them through the wall when you mark them, which is a really nice thing, because it especially helps when you have to kind of stay out of their sight. At the same time, you have to watch out for when they come near you. So it's really nice, but you don't need to do it. If you're not a fan of doing it, if you have high if your concealment isn't really that amazing and like your detection risk is off the charts, I definitely would agree with you. Don't just randomly poke your head out and highlight the cop, because you probably will get caught in the action of doing it. And I didn't even know that cop was there. It's a good thing I kind of peeked my head out. Now I know that he's there, and I can actually kind of wait for him. I'm sure one of them will come out soon. For now, we're just kind of waiting on it, but as you can see, manager is down. He usually will have the key card, but that time we just kind of got unlucky. It can either be in his pocket, and when you cable tie him or kill him, he will drop it and you can pick it up, or it's on his desk in his office. So it's one of those two, and getting the key card off of his desk isn't hard. It's just you're gonna have to wait a little bit, because obviously you can't just walk out there without somebody noticing you. You know, I just pointed out that there's a civilian right at that table right there, so that's one reason why. We're gonna highlight you for a second there. I'm gonna see if he's gonna actually move. Not to move yet, like all these cops. Anyway, we can't get the key card yet, so because of that, the security guard we will not be able to get either. Without the key card, we cannot get the security guard. Oh, whoa, he jumped through the wall. Where is he going? Okay, we're going to need to stay out of his sight. He is coming up here.
No real issues.
Just make sure you don't get seen by the other cop. You should be fine. And it looks like we're good. Okay, anyway. He won't sound the alarm until after you have killed 5 cops. If you kill 5 cops, he will sound the alarm. Even if you do answer the pager, if you ignore the pager, if you just stop answering the pager, you will get busted, because you can only answer 4. And I kind of think that that's stupid, because I feel like 4 just isn't enough. It should be 5. It should be 5, because 5 is a fair amount. Not everybody is going to be a mastermind. Not everybody, wants to be a mastermind. A lot of people see a lot more potential in a different skill tree. But sometimes you're forced to buy another upgrade. Like, I was forced to buy the Ghost upgrade, but now I'm kind of thinking, you know, now that I have this sub account, I can just use that to get the other two skill trees. But for the most part, this account will be Mastermind. Is definitely not. It was my first choice when the game first came out. I didn't know it was like really OP at the time, but it really was. And Ghost is another one because Ghost is made for stealth. Ghost is made for stealth. Mastermind was kind of a combination of stealth and just kind of force. And then Technician was kind of more on the tactical side, kind of speeding up the process of the mission. So making it a little bit, not really necessarily helping stealth, but just helping the overall speed of things, which it can help stealth. Like, you know, the less time it takes for you to finish the mission, the less likely you are getting caught. You know, it's a very simple philosophy, right? All right. Well, I'm guessing that the cop went over here. So I'm going to see if I can actually pick him off on this side. He shouldn't just walk to the roof, and if he does, I should be able to make it up there fast enough. But I'm just going to check right now, see if he just up here. They also can come up through the roof on this side as well, but it's not very common. They do it though. So, okay. I think I know where he is. Yep, there he is. I'm going to highlight him. We're just going to kind of back up. We're going to see if he goes this way or... Nope. He's going back. Yep, he's going back. Alright, we'll go back too. Is he still highlighted? Well, not for long. That's fine. We need him to come outside. We cannot take a chance and just kill him on the inside, because if we do, it might. It's not definite, but it might end in failure to be stealthy. I could try to barge in there. I don't know. Is there a camera over there? There is a camera over there. So unfortunately for me, maybe that wouldn't be the best idea. But it was a good thought. It was a good thought. If the cop is right there, I'll pick him off. I'll break the camera and then I'll pick him off. Gotta also watch out for that civilian over there. It kind of sucks because when you're being stealthy, you're at mercy of how the AI walks around the map, because obviously you can't just walk into the freaking main lobby of the bank and not get caught killing a cop. It's impossible. You have to wait for them to come here, maybe even outside, on the roof. You have to wait for one of those positions. A position where there's no camera, where there's no civilians who can call in the police. Just don't want that to happen. Okay, I'm not seeing a camera over there, so I'm just gonna kind of peek, see where that cop is. I thought he was in the corner. Huh, where is he? Did he leave? Huh. I wonder where he went. He's not in here. There's the security. Yeah, the security room's right there. Is he on the roof? I don't know where the frick he went. Huh. I don't know where he is. Very bizarre. Oh, he's over there. Okay. I actually could pick him off right there. Let's do it.
On the ground. Get down. Down. Get down. Nothing to report. Over. Don't move. Stay down.
Okay, that's easy enough. Just gotta kill him in a place that there's no camera. There could be a camera on that wall, so that might not always be an available option, but that time around, you can do it. Anyway, like I said, the keycard wasn't in the manager's possession, so it is on his desk, right here. That's exactly what it looks like. So you're gonna pick that up. You can even pick up the money if there is any on the table. There usually is. Just try not to break anything, though. I know that you might be happy, but don't celebrate breaking stuff. Anyway, we're just gonna throw him into the dumpster right here. He's the third guy, so we can still answer one more pager. And we all know, I've said it, that we are going to kill the security guard. And that will be my fourth one that I can answer the pager for. There's no cops, as you can see. I can just walk around this little aisle without getting caught. Now if I walk too far out, there are civilians over there, and they will notice me if I stay there too long. So what we're going to do is we're just going to open this door up. We're going to shoot him before he can even react. And we're going to answer his pager.
Not much going on over here, man.
Make sure you hold that R2 button. You don't want it to accidentally slip. And here's what it'll say. I don't know if you heard, but he said, I'm going to sound the alarm next time it happens. He will say something along those lines. Sometimes he will be a little bit more frustrated, or sound a little bit more frustrated, and that will kind of make you a little bit scared. But don't worry, when you have the ability, you will always be able to answer 4 pagers successfully, no matter what he says. Don't care. Just don't worry about what he says. Anyway, with the security guard down, you might be wondering, what the heck did that serve a purpose to? Did you see the room he was in? If you didn't, let me go show you again. It's a very, very big necessity to kill him. Because, as you can see, there was a bunch of cameras in this room. You can even view those cameras now that he's gone. You can see where all the cameras are. These are all the locations for the cameras. By killing him, those cameras that are scattered across the map will not detect you anymore. Very handy. That means you can access any part of the map, and you can't get caught. Now, you don't want to go breaking those cameras. Now, I know for a fact that there's no civilians that will see it, so I guess breaking it wouldn't be too bad. But at the same time, why break it? But, like, there's no point. But as you can see, the 2 people in this room are not handcuffed, but their hands are tied. And the main lobby, no one's really moving at all. So here's where this is where coming with a technician with the silent drill is useful. Now, I will tell you how to approach it if you do not have a player with the silent drill. And unfortunately, for many people, it will require killing. And it will deduct some money off of your pay, but it's the only way you can ever do it stealthy if you don't have a silent drill. You know, at least that 65% one. And I just realized I don't have the silent drill, so I shouldn't be the one starting it up. Anyway, if you are not going to do the silent drill, what you need to do is you need to come all the way around here. Assuming you got everybody in the room where the vault is at right now. Assuming you got everybody in that room, tied up, killed, whatever you did, okay? And all the cops and the cameras are down. The cameras are the biggest thing, okay? But the cops are another big importance. Anyway, I don't want to actually do this because I don't want money to get deducted from my pay, but I will explain how to do it. All you gotta do is you just gotta peek your head around this corner, and you can see there's 2 bank tellers in there. You're gonna shoot both of them. You're not gonna yell at them. If you yell at them, there's a chance that they will still dart for that alarm button under the desk. And unfortunately for you, that's an instant game over with stealth. So you're going to need to kill them. Doesn't matter how many cable ties you have. Doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. You have to kill them. Okay? And everybody else, you're just going to yell at to get down. You're gonna get this guy here. I will show you. You're gonna get this guy sitting on a bench right there. You're gonna get him. So you get on the ground. He is going to call the cops if you do not get him down. So get him down. There will also be one guy on the sidewalk who will just be kind of walking around. He won't notice you when you are yelling at everybody unless he sees the guy on the bench. So you could either A, yell at the guy on the sidewalk, or B, ignore him and just bag the dead body of the NPC on the bench. You can do whatever you want, but you're going to need to kill people. Obviously, even if you had 4 people, sometimes you will be cable ties short. Any cable ties that you do not have remaining, you can either do A, everybody just stands over a group of NPCs and yells at them, or B, you can kill them. Whichever one you want to do. Killing them will deduct your pay, but will make it easier in the long run and faster in the long run. And not killing them and just yelling at them will make it a little bit longer, but it will not deduct your pay at all. So, it's your choice. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and use my other account to start up the drill, so just give me a few seconds.
Okay, let's roll.
Here we go. We should be through in a couple of minutes.
Do you hear that? Neither do I, because it's a silent drill. They need to be able to see it in order to sound the alarm. Such a nice skill to have on this mission, but not all missions will this be applicable, so just note that. But it's still a really nice stealth skill to have on your side. And if you are going to be one of those players who loves doing stealth missions, this is one of the skills for you. Now, isn't it? Anyway, we're going to wait for this vault to be drilled into. I'm going to discuss, for the next 3 minutes while this thing is drilling, I'm going to discuss pretty much what we did. We're going to summarize what we did, okay? First, I got to tell you this, just to make sure that you understand. Oh god. Just make sure you understand. I'm going to say this, okay? Even with the updates, alright, that, you know, yelling at a cop, making him handcuff himself, you have to answer his pager. You can still be stealthy. You know, on this mission, there are 4 cops. 3 that patrol around, and 1 that is a security guard and mans the cameras. Alright, you don't have to take out the guy who mans the cameras. You don't have to do that. You know, if you take out the 3 patrolling cops, pretty much just stay out of the line of the cameras and you'll be fine. Now, for this mission, because there's only 4 cops, why not take him out? You know, if you have that skill, why not take him out? Just do it, and then you don't have to worry about him. But if you don't have that skill, then you're going to have to be a little bit more, you have to improvise a little bit more, because number 1, if you don't have that skill, that means that there's still 1 cop patrolling, okay? So you're going to have to decide what you want to do in that situation. You know, now, the mastermind skill for 4 pagers being answered, not that high on the skill tree. You know, if you just do 1 quick mission, you know, like your first probably 10 missions, like public, so that you can get to like level 15 or something like that, you should have enough skill points by then to buy the 4 pagers. I'm not sure about that, but I think that more than likely that would be a good amount skill points to have. But then again, you'll need money as well. But that's why I said 10 public match missions. Just do it, and you should make enough money and skill points to actually do it. The problem with public matches is that not a lot of people will respect you if you are low level. I experienced it a lot. Back when I first bought Payday 2, sorry. My friend did not have Payday 2 until about 2 or 3 months after I got my my copy of it. So I played public match for a lot, and it was frustrating because I would get kicked out a lot. I wouldn't do anything that would compromise the mission. Most of the time I would join a game that was already in progress. The missions that I loved doing the most were Watchdogs, just because it was pretty basic, you know. It wasn't too difficult as long as you didn't do a high difficulty. I liked that one probably the most at the time. I did like doing some bank heists, and Ukrainian job was a big one for me. But it was a little bit rare to find. Can't really think of anything else that I really liked a lot back when I was rookie. But, you know, even though I liked the missions a lot, the players I played with, sometimes they would be... great.
Fuck! Oh, fuck!
Opens vault door. Another door! Anyway, let me just do this really quick and I will keep talking.
Give me good stuff in there. Whoever keeps my centers away from the drill, they might notice the sound.
Okay. So, we gotta wait another 2 minutes. Anyway. But, what was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about, actually. Oh, yes, when I was a rookie, yeah, it was tough, but eventually the missions just kind of came to me, and I kind of developed my own style of stealth. Now, back when Payday 2 was first out, there were a lot of ways to be stealthy, and it was very easy to be stealthy. In fact, it was too easy to be stealthy. And when my friend got it, we played it a lot, and we played it the same way. I really felt bad for my friend because, obviously, when he got the game, I was like level 30. Or maybe even 40. I'm not even sure what level I was when he got the game. But the point is that because it was such a high level and it was such a low level, I pretty much had to tell him, stay back because I have to pretty much do all the work because, you know, you don't have any skills that would help us yet. You know, and he chose the Enforcer, which really didn't help. You know, if he had chose the Ghost, the Technician, the Mastermind, well, if he chose the Mastermind, that actually would not be helpful at all. But if he had chose anything else other than the Enforcer, he really could have helped on the stealth game, but because he didn't pick that, he really just had to sit back. And I know he didn't like it. I know he just did not like being sidelined. Eventually, when he reached a high enough level, he did get skill points to get the Dominator ability. And, like I said, back when Payday 2 was first out, Dominator was a really good ability. And you could really do a lot with it. You know, you could do missions stealthy with that ability. And when he got that ability, we were both able to, you know, do it. And we would be, you know, able to do missions together. And I liked it because of the fact that we were able to do missions stealthy together, I knew that, you know, he was actually having fun playing the game. You know, we would do a lot of missions. We would do, mostly, our favorite mission to do was either rats, which you could easily farm for experience. However, that is not a stealth mission, so it's kind of off topic, but I'm just saying one of our favorite missions was rats. The other one of my favorite missions, or our favorite missions, definitely by far, was Ukrainian Job. Ukrainian Job was such an easy mission for us because there were like 2 or 3 cops. So easy to go through, and you know, just an easy mission overall. It paid pretty decently. It was so easy. And probably the biggest one that it took some time getting used to, and it was still actually a little bit hard even though we had the OP Dominator skill. I would say Framing Frame was one of our most favorite missions because it was a pretty easy mission with the skills we had and with, you know, the not patched versions of it. So yeah, we did a lot of those missions, and we would complete missions stealthy every time. You know, we might get caught once or twice in a while because one of us made a mistake, like we forgot to shoot a camera, or we didn't yell at a guard fast enough and he actually shot us and that made sound and all the other guards got alerted. Or maybe we were doing Framing Frame, and when we were breaking into the art museum or art gallery, we accidentally missed a place to land on and we fell to our deaths. You know, just little mental, fundamental, you know, mistakes that we just kind of messed up on. And, you know, it wasn't that big of a deal because we would just bounce right back, you know. We would do a lot of pro jobs, so it would suck that we kind of lost that pro job and we would have to wait. This was back before, you know, you could actually pay for contracts. Now you can, but, you know, back then you actually had to wait and wait and wait for your mission to show up, and then, and only then, could you actually play the mission. And it would take a while. It would take an insanely long amount of time, and I'm glad that they actually patched it. Now, it costs money for you to actually pay for the contracts, you know, in-game offshore account money. But because of all that Framing Frame and Ukrainian Job, and Rats, of course, missions that we did, we actually accumulated a pretty good amount in our offshore account, so that's not that big of a deal. I think I had like 570 mil in my offshore account. But that's not the point. What I'm trying to say is that we had a very big style of being stealthy back then, and I agree with a lot of people that stealth is just not possible. It's just not possible on some missions. There are missions where there are 6 cops. And even if you have the PS3 version of the game, you gotta think here, okay? You can make one of them handcuff himself. And then you can answer 4 pagers. If there's 6 of them, there's always going to be 1 guy left. I'm just going to pick a few locks here. I just want to finish this. So then what? What do you do now? You have to avoid that cop. And it sucks, because the definition of stealth is being deceptive, sneaky. Not being seen. But this game is teaching you that stealth is all about killing this cop, that cop, that cop, and answering all their pagers without, you know, being seen by another cop while doing it. It's really just stupid. That's what the game has come to. I understand that they want to up the difficulty, but I don't know what happened with the video. It just kind of randomly cut off at a point. Anyway, you can see I'm on a different account. Anyway, as I was talking about it, you know, what stealth has become, it's just not really that. It's just not really that stealth, you know, not really. It's just not. And it's unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. So anyway, as you can see, kind of me lockpicking over here. So I wanted to show you before the video ends what I was talking about before about how to be stealthy the second way. If you recall, I talked about if you don't have the ability to silently drill, what would you do? And I discussed the game plan, but I felt like that wasn't enough. I need to show you how to do it. So we're going to start with this. Since I do not have a suppressed gun, now not everybody will have a suppressed gun, but if you do, you don't have to do this first. But I just want to do this because why the frig not? Anyway, we're going to look for a guy right there. There he is. Very good spot. We're just going to run in front of him. He's going to notice us. We're going to tell him to get down. You can't hear because I think I have sound off. Let's do that. That should be good enough, right? Alright, let's go. Anyway, now that we got him on the ground, this will be a lot easier. What we do. Now I discussed it before, but here's what you do. You want to go in here, okay? The bank teller's office is where you start. There are 2 bank tellers in there. You're going to shoot them both. You don't take any chances. You don't bother yelling at them. It's just going to... It's a risk, and you do not want to try to take it because you could come so far, and then these 2 ignoramuses could ruin it in a heartbeat. So you're going to shoot them. Everybody's going to panic. They're going to probably pull out their phones. You're going to tell them to get on the ground. If you see anybody with a cell phone, you shoot them in the face. You gotta shoot them. It's sad, but you gotta shoot them. It's a simulation. It's not real life. Okay? So here's how you do it. Making sure there's no other red exclamation points. Seems like we're good. So that's how you do that. And let me just get on my other account and get me to the escape vehicle. And that's pretty much how you do it. That's how you are stealthy. There we go. So there you have it. That is how you are stealthy in a bank heist. What I did at the end, you don't have to kill as many people. You could do it another way. You know, while the mission is still going, you can keep yelling at them to stay down, and they won't move. They won't just randomly get up. But killing them, you know, sometimes you just have to do it. And it sucks. Not the definition of a stealth game, but you have to do it sometimes. So this account got 27,720 and 193,853 cash. Let's see what the other account got. Wow. I'm surprised. The experience is the difference. The cash is the same. Huh. There's no cash penalty. Huh, okay. Maybe you can kill people without there being a risk. I don't know. Maybe if you're caught, then the money is deducted. I don't know. I don't get it. But anyway, pick the card. Pick them both at the same time because I have the 2 controllers in here, and that's what you get. Just some stupid material. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know the video kind of lost a little bit of quality from switching rooms, but I just wanted to show you how to be, you know, stealthy without the silent drill. Once you did that step, there's nobody who can catch you. There's nobody who can find a way to call the cops on you. There's just absolutely no way to fail the mission at that point. That's why, if you really have to do that to be stealthy, do it. Don't be afraid, just do it. Who cares? Just do it, and you're done. And then just bag the money. If you want to do it, you can open safety deposit boxes. You can be as loud as you want. Just make sure that every cop is down, every camera is down, every civilian is down, and you're fine, okay? From that point on, it's just easy bagging and walking. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed part 1 of Payday 2, How to Be Stealthy. We're going to be covering a lot of missions here. I'm going to be trying to cover most of them that you can be stealthy, and some there are some that you cannot, such as Watch Dogs, for example. Another one, Rats. Can't be stealthy on those missions, but you can, in fact, be pretty productive in them, with other means, such as, enforce their upgrades. So, in the next part, I think we'll be doing a framing frame mission, because that's one of my favorite missions to do. We have done it, I've done it stealthy with my friend before, so I'll probably ask him if he's willing to do a video with me for walkthrough purposes. And I will be explaining throughout the video what we are doing. I mean, usually me and my friend, we play to have fun, but this time it's pretty much going to be a complete tutorial. The reason why I wanted to do it with him is because doing it solo, I could do it solo, but the gold, that's the big part that I want to emphasize on how to be stealthy in. You don't want to ever do framing frame solo. You always want to play it with somebody, even if you have to resort to public match. Gotta do it stealthy. It's important. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it helps you. The skill tree for the other account, you saw in the beginning what mine was, but this is it. I have cable ties increased, and then I have the silent drill. Also, I'm working on getting the shape charges. I mean, that's not really for stealth purposes. That's just for, making it easier, for missions like Rats, that has, a safe. On day 2, there's a safe. You can just blow it up, take the intel, you're out. Easy. Super easy. It just makes missions go faster. Like I said, Technician, the whole point of it isn't really, stealth or, better in, physical missions where you're already, in a police assault. It's just for making it go more faster, smoother, efficient. So it can kind of go hand in hand with stealth, and it can go hand in hand with just straight up action, fighting. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.